it's over. I see your motives inside, decisions to hide. Back off, I'll take you on. Headstrong to take on anyone. I know that you are wrong. Headstrong, we're headstrong. Back off, I'll take you on.
Ladies and gentlemen, this past weekend we lost another legend in the wrestling business. Here at the Paradigm Shift, we pay our respects to Kamala with a 10-bell salute.
Hello, everyone, and welcome once again to another exciting episode of the Paradigm Shift Wrestling Podcast. I'm your moderator, Mr. William D. Morgan, and tonight I am surrounded by a very special group of men. Thank you for that tribute, Josh. Thank you for that tribute, Rob. Fantastic. Rest in peace, Kamala. Let me go ahead and bring everyone in who's a part of this program. First, I'm going to go there. The man who is 0-3 against the Paradigm Shift on the dungeon. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Jimmy Emerson.
Good day, guys. Good day. It was a great having you on, Will. It was awesome. Great always to hear. Once again, we're here on the Paradigm Shift, and we're about to get into round 2 of the Aces and Eights, and it's going to be a very, very heated battle tonight. So, send it back to you, William Morgan.
All right. Nick, coming back from Canada to the great United States of America. Ladies and gentlemen, if you can't tell it, we are brothers. We head over to my man, Rob. Rob, how you doing, bro?
Will, are you with me? We are here in the Paradigm Shift, and I am the man, the superpowers. 7 members left out of the 16 in the Aces of 8. And we are ready to shift the paradigm of wrestling once again, if you will.
If you will, baby. And that's what we do here, folks. We shift the paradigm of professional wrestling. That is so true. And last but certainly not least, my XFL buddy and the creator of this show. Please welcome Josh. Josh, how you doing, bro?
Doing pretty good, sir. I'm excited to be here for round 2, even though I am out of this tournament.
It could happen to me. It could happen to me. I only got 4 guys left, so. And also, I want to say very, very quickly, Brandon would normally be here with us, but however, he is on special assignment for the dungeon. So if he can get back in time before this great program is over, we'll have him here. If not, we'll see him again next week, right here.
You know what, Will? We have someone here. No one can fill Brandon's shoes, but we have a very special guest with us today.
Yes.
The one, the only, ECW original, his second time on this show.
Yes.
Angel KINGPIN, Medina.
KINGPIN!
Baby.
What's up, man? Thank you for having me on. I got the Lord next to me, giving me the thumbs up. This good now. Yeah, I appreciate you guys having me. Hey, it's been so long since I've been on your last show because I'm noticing that Josh has that molestache going real strong.
I knew I was going to get it for the stash.
It has like that molestache Hitler look,
It's just really blonde on the end, okay?
Okay. Hey, and thanks for having me on. I greatly appreciate it, even though you guys call me on the, Jesus Christ, I should be sleeping at my age. But of course, got to do it for the fans.
Mr. Brandon's still watching the show. Says the same thing about my stash, obviously.
So, but anyway, man, again, thanks for having me on.
All right.
Appreciate you being on, man.
Always a pleasure. Always a pleasure. The KINGPIN episodes are my favorite episodes of all.
I try to make it as funny as possible.
All right, you
absolutely.
We're KINGPIN approved. We are KINGPIN approved. So
Before we jump into this tournament, Just a couple of little orders of business, little housekeeping things. First off, the Paradigm Shift is really excited to announce we are running our first raffle. So,
I love waffles.
Yes. Yes.
Raffle. I know you're hungry, Kingpin. I know it's late.
Oh, never mind then.
Were you now, Kingpin? Were you a Waffle House guy after the show?
I love Waffle House, man. That's a staple of any professional wrestler.
I'm with you, man. I'm with you.
Waffle House is great.
Yeah, that's one thing. When I first got into business, that's the first thing Jason Knight told me. Any wrestler has to eat at Waffle House, and I've been stuck on Waffle House forever.
But we're running our first raffle, so we are trying to grow our subscribers on YouTube as well as our likes and followers on Facebook. So we would like you to go and follow. If you follow us on Facebook, to go subscribe to YouTube. If for everyone who subscribes by September 2nd, we'll put your name in a raffle and you will win a $50 gift card to ProWrestlingTees.com. Once our YouTube hits 100 subscribers, and then or our Facebook hits 250 followers, we will then run a separate raffle for those two things. Those will be a exclusive T-shirt for the winners from the Paradigm Shift. If you will.
Go do
I have a question. I have a question.
What's
Am I eligible? Am I eligible?
No.
Damn. Son of a gun.
Hosts and
okay.
or anybody who works for the Paradigm Shift is not eligible.
Wait, we have employees?
Y'all know
have employees?
Y'all notice that? He said it works. Like we get paid.
Hey, it's the dream. Well, that's the dream.
God knows Josh has researchers. What about the rest of us? We got nobody here.
I just get haters, so that.
Gene, you bring the haters.
There we go.
One last little order of business before we dive into this tournament. Little exciting news. Two actually orders of business. First, I'm going to send it over to Gene for this next bit of announcement.
Oh, Gene.
Okay, yes. Basically, here coming in September the 2nd, we are going to have coming on the show to the Paradigm Shift a good friend from this area of mine, the Great White North, the one and only, the new Scott will be on with us, and gonna shoot the shit as we normally do here, talk up a storm, do a lovely little interview. He's basically been a guy that's if you want to say a bridge to many different talent that come through Canada, if you will, in my area, if you will.
So, and also bring up September 2nd brings me to my next little bit of news, and that is we have
You know he's only changing that time because his wife is like, motherfucker, I'm tired of your ass with these lazy
I gotta be up early.
You need to come to bed.
So I did get corrected. Even not on the show, I'm getting corrected. But Mr. Randall corrected me. It's a giveaway, not a raffle. It's free. So,
Yeah.
But and then our number one fan, Gene, had something to say to you.
Oh yes, I know. I know.
G.
Lovely Rambo, give me the love. I can say we
I can not argue with that because I suck at promoing. We all know this.
I suck too. Don't feel bad.
Well, Gene, I really appreciate you got the camera up high. I'm not looking at that moose knuckle.
Very good. See, I did it just for you, Angel. See, I've learned from the last time. See, we got better.
There you go, man. I appreciate that, man.
Absolutely, yes.
All right.
We learned from that's why I love having the Kingpin on here. We've learned from the Kingpin, and we have gotten
Well, I mean, I'm
better
just saying, man.
since he came here.
Just watching him in jeans, it looked like the top view of a coffee ground, your coffee bean, you know, just like that. Like, do those jeans?
Oh my goodness!
You know,
that is he puts them jeans on. It's wrestling with tragedy all the time with that. So,
hey,
shameless plug.
Exactly. I know how to keep I know how to please our guests. I know what our guests like. So, you know, talking about that great YouTube show, Wrestling with Tragedy, on the Vince Russo brand. Correct, Angel?
It is on the Vince Russo network, man. I'm pretty excited.
That's right.
It's the best thing that, I mean, we are just moving fast. I mean, it's hard to put into words how fast Wrestling with Tragedy is moving in this short time. And now that I have the support from Stevie Richards, Shane Douglas, Seth Francine, all the guys from ECW, Vince Russo, definitely, Big Vito LaGrasso. I mean, Ben Harmon. I mean, it's just the names are endless, and you know we get all the support that we need from them. It's just a blessing, man. I mean, like I said, I don't know how it's going to be next year. Meaning, it's like how fast it's going to get before you know it. Caviar and what's that shit from Lifestyles and the Rich and Famous? You know, with
champagne riches and caviar dreams. He has Angel Medina in his 47-room home in Bayonne, New Jersey.
I'll be like MC. I'll be in that Speedo, that banana hammock MC Hammer did in his video with all the bitches and shit. Just doing the helicopter by my pool. You know.
Awesome.
I can't do it.
All right, you guys.
Let's dive in to the second round of the Aces of 8's tournament. So,
round number 2.
Fight.
Well, before you get into it, you have to school me because don't just start throwing things out there and I'm in, you know.
Okay, so for our lovely our lovely host and guest of the evening, the Aces of 8's tournament was a special tournament that we came up with where myself, Josh, Will, and Rob picked 8 professional wrestlers, 7 male, 1 female. I went with the option of going with 1 extra female. Anywho,
and they're both out.
Yeah, and they're both gone. Yes,
every female is gone.
Yeah, everybody's female is gone. Anyways, and we basically did a round robin-esque tournament, and we've basically narrowed it down to what we have now. Which just to run through the brackets we have tonight, you're going to see Will's archery.
If you will, baby.
If you will, versus Edge, which is mine. Then we'll see Adam Cole versus Will's Booker T. Then we're going to get Kenny Omega, who is one of my guys, versus Rob's Drew McIntyre. And then we're going to have finishing off that first round, which will be Marty Scurll of Rob's versus my Triple H.
So what is my job? What will be my job in this Aces and 8's thing?
As the alternating neutral judge.
So
the way it'll work is go ahead, Jess.
Sorry, Rob.
That's all right. Go ahead,
Rob.
The way it works is each person that's in the match gets a minute to kind of say why their guy wins. They can use history of the wrestler or prestige. They can use, well, just in fight to fight, this guy would win, whatever. And then the 2 people who are not wrestling and you will vote, and that's who wins that match.
I got you. Okay.
Will be me and you and someone else always voting because I'm already out because my team lost this week.
So basically, you just want to just state, why your wrestler will win with the moves.
Yep.
This okay. And I pick the one that I think is the best presentation.
Exactly.
We're basically making an argument for our guys to move on in the tournament. Yep.
Hey, we got a little bit of podcast royalty and a friend of Kingpin from Wrestling with Tragedy in the chat.
Who?
Danny Pierce Austin.
That motherfucker needs to get a life, bro, and stop being a fucking job. I need a drink.
By the way, everyone watching at home, you might want to send the kids to bed. The Kingpin is in the house.
Hey, the post for today had a parental discretion on it.
All right.
But,
and you know what? I just want to say, Pierce, you left your phone on. Your sister sounds kind of hot.
Oh my!
Maybe Puerto Rican, Australian nephew. I think be a good blend.
Pierce says that he's the star of the Wrestling of Tragedy.
He is the star.
Oh, nah. Well, he's the star. You're the superstar, Angel.
No, he's the star, man. I'm just they're holding me together, man. I always rip Pierce.
Oh, man.
I said they make me what I am today.
So before we're jumping into this, but and please, if you're watching in any of the different pages or anything, please share this, join us in the comments.
Those are called platforms, not pages.
Platforms, pages. I'm sorry.
And just remember, everybody.
Left and right tonight. And then Pierce's response, Angel.
Yeah, I like girls with big balls. He knows I'm playing.
But we've got the biggest balls of them all.
Real quick, Angel, before we jump into this, one of the fans in the chat has a question.
Read it.
Very long comment because Rambo has to bust
So a bunch of you goofballs have ECW original. Someone who has traveled the road taking the bumps and the names across the country, and you don't ask him. Most important question, Kingpin. What is your meal of choice from the Waffle House?
My favorite meal, seriously, is, of course, I got to get some waffles. Got to have that on the side. Got to have my grits. And to either the pork chops, but my go-to is the chicken breast. The chicken breast is seasoned right. Nigga.
Yeah.
Look, but with these big lips, it's just drooling, bro. I love chicken breast. Chicken breast is fire. And grits. And, you can't go wrong with grits. I love grits. Any of you guys like grits? I know Canada don't know nothing about grits. See, that's my man right there, the chosen.
Yeah, that's right.
Gene, do you know anything about grits?
I have to admit that I do not. We do not have them up here in Canada, but I definitely would give them a try for sure.
Would you try instant grits or regular grits? Which do you choose?
I'd probably go with regular than instant.
There you go.
See,
dude, try grits, man.
Oh,
Just tearing us all apart tonight.
Wow. He said, how does Josh have a podcast? He's mumbling more than Shaq during an interview.
Well, brother. You did that cross eye. Like.
Here you are sitting in the comments.
Shaq knows what he's doing. Shaq knows he's here. Shaq is ready.
Josh,
somebody Shaq-a-roni pizza.
Since 6 a.m.
So, are we all ready to get through the second round?
Let's do the 8's 8. Let's do this.
All right. I'm running the brackets tonight, and I'm going to mix it up. I'm going to go with whatever I'm feeling. So we're going to start off with a match I was very excited for. Gene versus Rob, Omega versus McIntyre.
Oh, God, jeez.
Woo!
Oh,
I have to bring this up. Piers, you don't know what you're talking about because I'm always stoned.
Josh is always high. Y'all ain't know that?
I'm always high. Oh.
So I'll be going first. So when you're ready, Rob,
I know you're long.
1 minute.
I've got the handy dandy stopwatch. When you are ready, and your minute starts now.
This is Kenny Omega, the 6-star maker. He's the guy right now that we talked about. He's the over guy from Japan. Yes, right now we don't know him very much in the United States, but he is definitely bound for greatness, as we know from watching with AEW. But as you've seen in New Japan, he has definitely performed. He is the former IWGP Heavyweight Champion, former first inaugural United States IWGP United States Champion. So once again, Kenny Omega has had accolades after accolades. He's one of the only first Gaijin to go all the way in the G6 Summit series. So again, Kenny Omega is going to take it. Once he hits that one-winged angel on Drew McIntyre, it is over. Time.
All right.
All right, Rob.
Here's my 1 minute and go. Yeah, fine. Yeah, Kenny Omega is the best bout machine, and he was the best bout machine 2 years ago. We're talking about now, we're talking about present day, and we're talking about the WWE champion, Drew McIntyre, the Scottish psychopath. Yes, there were some trip-ups in the past with Mr. McIntyre. I mean, look at 3MB, look at him being the chosen one, but the man traveled the world and got his act together, and look at him now. He is one of the dominant superstars in the WWE today. I would guarantee if there were fans in the arena, Drew McIntyre would be the most over guy in the WWE and be one of the most popular superstars in the WWE. Kenny, and I know I'm wearing the shirt, so I'm being a little hypocritical on this. Kenny has his days, but his days are past. McIntyre is the man that should go ahead. Time.
All right, before we go to vote, I have to bring this up. Rambo, you're probably right, but the chances I would smoke it all are kind of high. So, all right.
There was no drug use in the ECW locker room, was there, Angel?
No comment.
Okay, that's what I thought.
All right. So, Will, I'm going to go to you first. Vote, sir.
Here's my thing. And I thought Rob did a really good job of saying that Omega's days as the top guy on the bill are pretty much done. Yes, he had his day, but the right now, which is all that matters, is the here and now. It's all about Drew McIntyre and what he's done. Yeah, he had some mix-ups and some missteps along the way, but he's rebounded from that, become the champion. Look, if this was 2-3 years ago, I got Omega all day, but it's not. It's right here in 2020. I got Drew McIntyre.
I go the other way on this. I still believe Kenny is going to be one of the top guys in AEW. I think he is just biding his time, building talent. I think we're about to see the cleaner. My vote on Mrs. Omega. So we go to our special guest, but first I'm going to get a fan comment. But we go to our special guest for the tie-breaking vote on this one. Omega or McIntyre, Mr. Medina.
Now, first of all, man, you have to present it with a more, not you, but it's you guys, you got to give it a little more passion. I mean, you sound like the guy from Beverly Hills Cop. I'm not going to fall for the banana in the tailpot. The Chosen presented it with more enthusiasm, more passion. You guys are selling me tile, like a used car salesman. Like, this is the car, like a Shaq thing, guys. You know,
Rainbow said it.
Drew McIntyre is a great athlete. He lives in a beautiful house. I mean, got to sell it a little bit better than that. But you know what? I'll be honest.
All right.
I have to go due to the presentation, due to the fact how the Chosen sold it for me. I mean, I'm just listening to him. You know, I have to go with McIntyre.
Oh, that would be the first upset of the night, ladies and gentlemen.
Yep.
And still undefeated. Still undefeated in the tournament.
All right. Well, you know what? Just for those comments, Rob, I'm going to make you lose somebody.
Of course.
The only person that has had to face himself on multiple occasions, and he is about to
I have to do it twice. I have to do it twice tonight. Twice tonight.
From the second bracket.
You're gonna do the truffle shuffle? What?
I got it. Yeah.
I don't. Oh, it's so.
Right.
Oh, it's like looking at snow when the sun hits it at the right.
Of course it is.
Blinding.
I'm
So it's gonna be
I'm whiter than Barry Manilow here.
Moxley versus Will Ospreay.
If you will.
Oh.
Yeah, baby. It's rough.
So what do I have to do here? Do I have to like?
Did you want me to?
Yeah, let Josh proxy one.
Yeah. Okay. Go ahead.
All
Go
right.
ahead. You
Well,
can.
get a proxy one. It's got to be Mox because I don't know enough about Ospreay. So.
All right. Okay. You got 1 minute for Moxley, and go.
John Moxley has been champion in every major promotion he's been in. He's champion in WWE. He's now the AEW champion in AEW. Look at me. Look at me. I'm looking at the Kingpin.
I'm just laughing at your mustache. I'm sorry.
But John Moxley is on his way to being a legend in this business. The new character he's developed in AEW is amazing. You can tell that he is loving working again. He's put on amazing matches with Darby Allin. He's winning and being dominant, but also putting over talent. The star is rising for Moxley, and it's only going higher. I'm done.
Okay.
All right. So let me talk to you about the aerial assassin, Mr. Will Ospreay. This is a man who, no matter where he has gone, has amazed audiences and fans with the moves that he has pulled off in that ring. He has done things and has so many moves that most people can't even think of. He may be the best high flyer in the sport today. And it, unfortunately, you know, the only knock that I got to put against him is that he is signed with New Japan, and New Japan is not running right now. Plus, he also has his own personal issues going on right now that I understand. But when he is on, there is no one that can touch Mr. Will Ospreay in that ring, and it'd be a close match, but I think Ospreay should get the win. I'm done.
All right.
Okay.
Hey,
So,
Josh.
for a minute here.
Josh.
What?
You know who you remind me of with that mustache?
Who's that?
Remember him? Boom! That mustache is so awesome.
Your mustache is awesome.
Come on, next year I gotta get a guitar string.
Joseph, look, that's it right there. Look at that mustache.
Oh my God, good old Pecos Bill.
Wow.
I knew I was going to hear it for the mustache today. I did this like 2 hours ago too, so.
Oh, that is so awesome, dude. I could die right now.
How do you look in the mirror and go, that's good? Yeah.
What did your wife think of the mustache?
My wife hates me without any facial hair, period. So it's weird. She hates it. She thinks I look like a child, and she feels like a pedophile.
With the mustache, you do. The mustache.
Wow.
Okay.
All you need is a corner and some lollipops, little cute little boy.
and a white van with nothing on the side. And a white van with nothing on the side.
Just remember, that's never the case ever.
Just remember, Josh. It rubs the lotion on his skin, or it gets the hose.
All right.
Back to what we're doing.
On Moxley versus Ospreay, I'm gonna go first on this. Or wait, no, I was in this one. I can't vote. So
yes, you can't vote. Shut the hell up.
I will go first. Canada will come in first. Between Will Ospreay and Jon Moxley, right now, I would have to go with the guy that's currently still working. Like I get it. Will Ospreay is a phenomenal high flyer. He has that very good technical prowess. He can do it all day, every day. But Jon Moxley is just so over. You hear that music, you hear him, you automatically know he is the AEW champion, and he's the man right now. So I had to give it to Jon Moxley. On down to Will.
All right. Very quickly, I got to give it to Jon Moxley. And the reason why I give it to Jon Moxley is because of the fact of resume. He's done everything in WWE, and now he's doing it over to AEW. Ospreay, I like him. Great competitor, fantastic athlete. But to me, it just comes down to resume. When you look at resume, Jon Moxley got to beat all day.
Kingpin.
Hold on, man. I'm looking at Pornhub right now. Anyway,
Okay.
now I agree. I mean, Ospreay. I mean, he doesn't have that much. To me, from my personal, his resume doesn't stand up compared to Moxley. Like you said, Moxley has accomplished a lot. Moxley has done it all. Moxley's a hell of a talent. The other guy, I'm not saying he's not a hell of a talent. Like you say, he's a great high flyer, but due to the experience of Jon Moxley, I have to go with him.
Sweet for Moxley.
All
We're
right.
gonna move right into the next match. Will versus Gene. R-Truth versus Edge.
Oh my God, I'm gonna lose this one so bad. All right. You're going first.
All right.
Come on, you can. Will's got to go first.
Ready?
1 minute on the clock and go.
Archer should win this match on the basic fact alone that he went into the NWA, won the championship as a black athlete. So that's one of the best promos that's out there right now on YouTube as well as other places. Gone over to WWF/WWE, has done everything but a world championship on his resume. Is he as accomplished as Edge? No. But give the man the fact that he is dealing from a disadvantage of A, not being pushed the way he should have been for the world title, and B, not given the opportunity he should have been given. Still say he should have beaten John Cena, but that's just me. But again, he's the 24/7, 7-Eleven, and everything else champion. I got to go with my boy, R-Truth. I'm done.
All right.
Tell me when.
Gene, of course, Canadian time, go.
Okay, so once again, we're talking about Edge, a 12-sometime tag team champion, already in the Hall of Fame. He's, a close to 11-time world champion. He's accomplished and had to go through the exact same going up the ranks, as anybody else. And again, being a Canadian athlete is not, I'm not trying to say, being a black athlete to being a Canadian athlete is any different, because there are struggles in both sides, and putting throwing color aside, they both had struggles on both ends. But again, Edge has fought through everything, has been, a multi-time Intercontinental champion, a multi-time tag team champion. He's in the Hall of Fame. I got to give it to Edge. Edge got the deal. Once you hit that spear, it's over for you. Your good night. It's 1, 2, 3. R-Truth ain't getting back up.
And you ain't bring up the most important fact. You ain't bring up the video with Lita. You mother.
Well, he is rated R.
Yes.
You know what, for this one, I want to get Angel's vote first on this one.
Well, first of all, I totally understand that he agrees in regards to the rated R superstar. But the thing is that, the problem with the rated R superstar, he does have a lot of injuries. He does have a broken neck. His vertebrae are jacked up. I mean, he's old. He's a home wrecker. He kind of like got Matt Hardy out of there when with that like they fired him instead of firing Edge.
That is true.
And stuff like R-Truth never had a scandal. R-Truth is a hell of a talent who never had any issues with any company he has. Vince loves him. That's why he still has a job. Doesn't have as far as I know, doesn't have a drug problem. Doesn't have any medical issues. Doesn't even have any injuries. He's not being pushed to his full potential. I understand he's always used for comedy relief, but he is a hell of a talent, especially at his age and his physique, And I don't know, man. I just got to go with R-Truth, man.
Over to Rob or Josh.
Molistache? Go ahead.
Go ahead, Molistache.
Okay, I will go. And on this one, truly, I agree with everything Angel said. Everything he said, I was going to say. R-Truth is a 2-time NWA champion. He could have easily been a multi-time WWE champion by now, but he showed his comedy chops in the WWE, and they realized they had gold. And I mean, he's one of the highlights every week. If I am watching Raw or SmackDown, he's one of the ones I want to see. He's always entertaining, no matter who he's working with. I got to go R-Truth.
Don't mean to interrupt. The only problem with this profession is that every athlete in color has not given the full has not given the opportunity to grow as a killer. Meaning, Bobby Lashley, R-Truth, and the Hispanic wrestlers. I mean, besides Eddie Guerrero, that's fine. But
that's always the one.
Yeah, but the thing is, we always get to that point as a heavyweight champion, but it's taken away.
Yep.
You never hear him like, okay, think about it. Really, really think about it. Everybody that you said, Edge, Orton, Cena, Triple H, all has what, 11, 12, 14 championships?
A plethora of championships.
Besides the New Day, since they're all together, but regardless of the facts, besides them, name another athlete that has that type of accolade. That is a sort of form of color, because we don't get that opportunity. They don't have enough faith in us to think that we can hold this to the equality of the Triple H's and stuff. I mean, that's just my opinion. So that's why I think R-Truth is at a point of his career, meaning like he could be a 12-time, 15-time champion, and I see that potential, and they just never gave him the opportunity.
And the one thing too, and I do want to say this about Truth, the one thing that I will give him, he shows he wants to be there. And that's the thing that sticks out more than he gets in the ring. He shows he wants to be there. He's energetic. He's with the fans. He's not just going through the motions with people. He's actually showing he wants to be in there and do what he wants to do. He's showing his passion rather than just going through the motions.
Yeah.
And
absolutely.
Going over to Rob, I'm assuming you're going R-Truth.
I would say R-Truth as well. I mean, you talk about the many world titles that Edge has won and the Intercontinental title. Don't forget, R-Truth is a either 36 or 38, 24/7, 48/7,
7-Eleven,
7-Eleven, I-95 South television champion. So, I mean,
Christopher Columbus sailed the ocean blue.
Exactly. But R-Truth. Agreed. Absolutely. Yes. Click the link above to show your name on here and own up to it. But there we go. Our second upset of the night. R-Truth over Edge.
R-Truth sweeping over Edge. So, all right.
What's the next match, Mr. Matchmaker?
Next match is going to be another Gene versus Will. Cole versus Booker.
Wow.
I'm gonna have to go during this time and shave this off, aren't I?
Just before you do go, See Kyle.
All right.
Oh my goodness.
Gene, you go first in this one. Ready?
Yep.
All right, go ahead, Gene, and go.
This is Adam Cole, baby. He is just reaching his full potential now in the WWE, but he's been known all over the indies. He has been in multiple tag teams and multiple factions, from the Bullet Club to the Kingdom, now being in the Undisputed Era. I believe once his time comes and he gets pushed to the main roster, he will be that guy. He will be over. He's already had the longest reign in the NXT Heavyweight Champion division, and just now got Keith Lee. It's now with Keith Lee. I think there'd be great potential with Adam Cole. He's a moneymaker, and you're going to see dollar signs on Adam Cole all day. So I say, once again, even though that, yes, Adam Cole is a future Hall of Famer, he's not currently a two-time Hall of Famer like Booker T, but I do see him becoming that Hall of Famer. Time.
All right, well, Booker T in a minute. Go.
No? All right, here we go. Again, Adam Cole, baby, hey, he may end up being there. But right now, Booker T has the resume. He's done everything you can think of a wrestler has done. Been a multiple-time world champion. Went over to TNA, became a legend champion, for God's sake. God, he's done everything. He's been in factions. He's been in NWO, made it at Mafia. He's done it all. Went over to SmackDown as a GM even and killed it. Booker T has the resume, and he also has all the accolades he needs to win this particular matchup. Record speak for itself. If I'm lying, I'm flying. Done.
All right. So I'm gonna go first on this one. I'm not even gonna go a whole lot into it. It's Booker T for me. I gotta go with my Texas boy.
I got to agree. You know, as much as I like Adam Cole and all that stuff, I got to agree with you. I mean, you're talking, you're talking a former, a five-time WCW champion, a former world champion in WWE, TNA Legends champion, King Booker. I mean, everything he has done is just amazing. So Adam Cole could have the accolades in the future. I mean, his star is definitely on the rise, but at this day and age, it's Booker T.
And let's also not forget, guys, here's a black athlete that got over in two major companies.
Yep.
Three.
Yeah,
three if you call TNA a major company.
KINGPIN.
Yeah.
Can you dig it, sucker?
There you go.
I want to see an Angel Rooney. I want to see an Angel Rooney right now.
All you gotta see is my titties flapping like a helicopter. But you know, like I said, like I'm saying, like Booker T, yeah, he has all the accolades. He was put over 2 times in WCW, WWE 5 times. What made me a Booker T fan is when he's like, when John Cena's like, hey, keep it in the hood and stuff like that. Keep it up, my nigga. And then he goes, tell me he did not say that. He is funny as a motherfucker, man. Booker T is, like I said, Adam Cole. I mean, you can say he's going to be in the Hall of Fame. You can say I could win $1 million. Until it happens, you can't put that on the table. Right. And but Booker T already has all the accolades on the table. He's just presenting it like a fine wine. So I have to go with Booker T.
That's right. I will still say Booker T versus Stone Cold in the supermarket fight is one of the 10 best segments on SmackDown ever.
Can you dig it, sucker?
And don't forget too, Arn Anderson put him over for his first singles title. So that has to speak volumes when a horseman.
That does.
All right. This next match, Rob, I'm actually
Josh, when I always do the spin Rooney when my girl gives me head. That's hard to do, to get my legs around her head without hitting her.
That's so cute, Rambo. He used to do
and I do this when I come.
There you go.
5 times is coming 5 times.
So Rob,
that's where the flames came from. Okay.
Rob, for this next match, I'm actually just gonna let you pick who you want to go forward.
Oh, dear God in heaven.
It's another competition against yourself.
I'll tell you what. I'm going to defer the decision to our guest. I'm going to let Kingpin make the decision on this one.
Buddy Christ.
As to
options?
yes, but your options are. Yeah, wait. Let me say it because you always get it wrong.
You're right.
Yeah. Your options are New Japan star Tetsuya Naito versus Pentagon Jr.
Such a good match. No, I want to see this match in real life.
I would love to see that in real life.
So badly.
Yeah.
And so you want me to? And so what I have to do with this one? Just
You're picking the winner.
You're the winner.
They're both my guys. They're both my guys, so they're giving me the option to pick who I want to advance in the tournament. I'm deferring the choice to you.
Pentagon and
Naito.
And Naito.
Mitsubishi Naito.
Los Ingobernables de Japón.
That's hard. That's a hard because both are phenomenal athletes.
Oh, man.
Dude, that's a very difficult decision. Shit. I mean, I have to choose.
Take it wrong either way.
I know, but I mean, I have to go Pentagon.
Okay.
Because I remember watching a match. I just like his style.
His style is amazing.
It is.
All right. Next match. Rob versus Will.
Hey, Josh, Pierce said to send him a link. He would love to come on.
Oh, all right. Yeah, I'll send you.
Sounds good. Yep.
Me and who?
Here's Austin.
My co-host. He said, "Oh, can I come on?"
Co-host of Wrestling with Tragedy. Been all the names on here tonight.
Kevin's staying out. Kevin is staying out. I'm pulling the plug on Kevin.
Kevin's working.
Sending here's the link. Let's go to the next match. So it's going to be Rob versus Will, Jericho versus Ron Simmons.
Oh,
wait. The old Ron Simmons or the damn Ron Simmons?
Doom Ron Simmons. Ron Simmons.
Peak of his career.
Okay.
All right. So, Rob, you got first.
All right. I'm going. And what can I say about this man, Chris Jericho? Possibly needs to be in the argument as to listen to him talk the GOAT, one of the greatest of all time. So many accolades. The first ever WWE undisputed champion, multiple Intercontinental champion, multiple World Heavyweight Championships in WWE, the first ever AEW champion. I mean, the man he's a multi-talented superstar, has mainstream appeal. Well, yeah, besides Kingpin, but also Chris Jericho, multi-talented superstar, mainstream appeal. You just cannot, as strong as Simmons is, you cannot argue about Le Champion, Chris Jericho advancing. Done. Willie Will, 1 minute. And go.
This is a tough matchup. Chris Jericho is a future Hall of Famer, will be a Hall of Famer. But if memory serves me correctly, Ron is already there. He's also the first black WCW champion that will always be in his gift basket. He's done some amazing things in WCW. With Doom, they gave Arn Anderson and Ric Flair hell. Now, he got sort of kind of disrespected in WWE, but that's to be expected. But in WCW, he was at his peak. He beat Vader for that title. He was loved and created, cheered by all, and is still a very popular athlete. As he's a former FSU football player and is still loved and revered in the state of Florida. So I like Chris Jericho, I do. But when you look at the cultural impact that Ron Simmons has, both in and out of the ring, I think he should be the guy to win this match. No Ron Simmons, I don't think you get a Booker T. No Ron Simmons, I don't think you get R-Truth and so forth. I'm done.
Hey. Good argument on both sides. Good argument on both sides.
For this one again, I want to go to the Kingpin first.
Why you gotta go me first?
He's supposed, yeah, he's the guest. He's supposed to be the deciding factor.
Fine.
Yeah.
I'm going with Ron Simmons. Again, we've discussed it many times on this show, his impact as far as culturally, and I think he never got, he could have easily been a multi-time champion, just never got another shot. Yeah.
Looking at the both of them, Chris Jericho, Ron Simmons. Yes, Chris Jericho has the accolades right now, and you would call him the GOAT right now.
Messenger. Sorry,
but it's hard to say because once again, with Ron Simmons, you probably would not get a Butcher T. You would not get an R-Truth. You would not get what you've got today. So I have to go with.
You're going to turn your back on a fellow Canadian, you stupid son of.
I'm looking at it from just what's bigger. Is it being the GOAT of today's generation, or is it being the guy that's the cultural man? I'm going with Ron Simmons. And over to Mr. Angel Medina, the Kingpin.
Oh yeah, like you said, Chris Jericho, great athlete. I mean, thrill seekers. I mean, Lionheart, wrestled in Japan, phenomenal talent. The only downside, he's white. No, just kidding. No, but like I said, if I was putting them together in the ring, the power, the speed, the youth. I mean, if it was the time Ron Simmons when he was useful, he was powerful. He was massive. He was quick, agile. I think he would definitely stop Chris Jericho in his tracks, especially, doing all those high-flying moves. He would just stop him due to his power.
Yep.
I could see Chris Jericho doing some type of moonsault, and he just catches him, power slams him. So, I mean, plus his experience, I will have to go. I have to go with Ron Simmons due to, his experience and his skill and his strength. I think he's just a beast at that time.
All right.
Oh man, look at that mustache coming at me like 3D. Jesus Christ! It looks like red. It looks like red licorice just being like thrown at me.
You got 2 matches left. We're gonna go with with this one: Will versus Gene, Butch Reed versus Kevin Owens.
Oh,
damn! All right. Will, you're up first in this one.
And go.
Butch is very similar. It's very similar to Ron Simmons, but I think the thing with Butch Reed that makes him win this matchup is the fact that there's nothing Butch hasn't seen. He's a true veteran of the game. He's seen it all, been against everybody, bigger guys, smaller guys, you name it, he's done it. And he's won against those guys too. He's been in several different companies and been successful in each and every one of them. Yeah, he has some personal demons, but when he was in the ring, he was clean. He was doing his thing. Look, Kevin Owens is great. Former world champion, give him all that. But I gotta go with my guy, Butch Reed.
All right, Gene, and go.
Kevin Owens. What more can I say? KO. When he was Kevin Steen's in Ring of Honor, if you see a Butch Reed Kevin Steen match, it would be breaking of ladders, pile drivers through tables. I just think that Kevin Owens, being with the youth and the edge that he would have, I think he could give Butch Reed a go. I think it would be a very hard-fought, hard-hit fight. They would go everywhere and anywhere throughout the arena. Kevin Owens is, he is currently was a WWE Universal Champion. But as of right now, they're using him in a way of just getting talent over. But I think he's more than just that. And Kevin Owens, I think he would pull out just with a little bit of edge due to being the youth. There's my time.
All right.
All right. I'm going to go first on this one, Josh.
All right, go ahead.
On this one. So I give a lot of credit with both guys. Both guys are just phenomenal talents. I mean, Butch Reed was amazing in his day. You know, Hacksaw Butch Reed was great. The Natural Butch Reed, not so much. Today's Kevin Owens is pretty good, but Kevin Steen, fight, kill, Steen, kill, is just a talent. It's a close match, but I got to give the edge to Owens.
To who?
To Kevin Owens.
What? Okay. Okay.
Me and Gene were talking about this match before the show. I personally think this would be an awesome tag team, Reed and Owens, truly. But I got to go with Will on this one. I got to go with the experience and the size of Reed. I got to go with Butch Reed.
Mr. Angel Medina, the Kingpin, comes to break the tie.
Well, I mean, Kevin Owens is an awesome athlete. But once again, I mean, he's putting a lot of people over. Nothing bad. It's just that, I mean, I don't see his skill level matching up to Butch Reed. I mean, Ron Simmons and Butch Reed are kind of like a mirror image of each other. I mean, not by size, body-wise. I mean, he was still big at the time, but I mean, Ron Simmons definitely was huge, bigger than him. And, you know, Kevin Owens, I mean, like I said, he's a great athlete, but I don't think he compares to Butch Reed, man. I mean, the guy was a powerhouse monster. I mean, he couldn't even come up. Kevin Owens has to use Austin's finisher. I mean, can't even come up with his own finisher. He had his own finisher, and all of a sudden he wanted to use the, stunner. You know, I just don't think there's no originality to him no more. I mean, I have to go with Butch Reed.
All right.
No problem.
All right. So that brings us to
plus he's from Canada and he sucks.
That brings us to our final match of the night. The main event. Rob versus Gene. Marty Scurll versus Triple H.
Oh my God.
All right, Rob. And if you didn't hear me, Piers, the link is in your thing if you want to jump on for a few minutes.
All right, here I go with my time, but honestly, I think it's going to be a wasted time, but let me talk a little bit about Marty Scurll here. The man who in his first singles match won the Ring of Honor television title. Now, granted, it's not as many titles as Triple H has, but these are two men who are driving the industry right now from behind the scenes in the boardroom. Triple H with this position, WWE, Marty as the head booker of Ring of Honor. Scurll has a little more speed. He has a little more cunning. The chicken wing submission is.
Oh, I love chicken wings, man.
Yes, exactly. See, there you go. There you go. I may have a vote with Angel with the chicken wings. So, but just the cunning and the snapping of the fingers is. I mean, he's a good talent. Unfortunately, it's against Triple H, but I got to hold out all hope against hope with my team, and I say Marty Scurll gets the win. Go.
Hey, this is Triple H. This is the 25-year in the industry, man of the hour, the cheer maker of the WWE. He's, right now building the NXT brand behind the scenes, like Rob had already said. But basically, you've got a guy who's got 14-time world heavyweight champion. He's multi-time tag team champion, multi-time intercontinental champion. He's held pretty much almost every belt within the WWE Grand Slam champion. He's he's in the company and he's in the family, and he's definitely when Vinnie Mac decides to roll over, he's taking it all over. But in a straight up wrestling match, Marty Scurll versus Triple H, I say Triple H got him. Once he gets that pedigree, it's 1, 2, 3.
I do not. Will I do not.
If you have to think about this one, you might have to be. I don't know.
There's no thought in this one. I got Triple H.
Yeah.
The reason why I got Triple H, defeats are just too there. The accomplishments of Triple H, they're too strong. He's done everything, held every title in there. And not only that, but he's also, how can I say this, a good spokesperson for the sport. He's one of the few people, when you think of pro wrestling, he comes across some people's minds. So I got to give it Triple H.
I also have to agree. I think it's Triple H on this one, just for the sheer accolades, and I'm not always the biggest fan of his, but he was one of the best heels of my generation for a while. So I got to go with Triple H. Kingpin.
I'm just going with Triple H because he's fucking Stephanie. I mean, that's his world. That's his Triple Crown championship right there. Yeah. I mean, fuck his 12. How many heavyweight championships? He got the cream of the crop. Once Vince dies, it's a wrap, man. So he got that pussy sewn up. So I'm gonna go with Triple H. If he's laying it down the way I think he's laying it down, he owns the company. Yeah.
And he didn't have to go underground like Shane did. Anyway.
Gentlemen, there is the end of round 2 of the Aces and Eights tournament. So just to recap, in the first bracket, we have R-Truth defeating Edge, Booker defeating Adam Cole, McIntyre defeating Omega, Triple H defeating Scroll. In the second bracket, we have Mox defeating Ospreay, Reed defeating Owens, Simmons defeating Jericho, and Pentagon defeating Naito.
So let's give it up to our MVP of the night, and that would have to be the chosen one, Mr. William Morgan. All 4 members left of his Ebony Experience team survives in the second round.
Thank you.
So the matchups that we're going to talk about next week in our quarterfinal round you're going to have to lose a guy here, because it's going to be R-Truth versus Booker T, Drew McIntyre against Triple H, John Moxley versus Butch Reed, and Ron Simmons versus Pentagon Jr.
Hey.
Dang.
Those are going to be some tight matches.
You said tight asses?
Yeah.
Matches, not asses.
He probably did.
Well, so I mean, man, this is turning out nowhere near of how I thought this would go.
I know, especially with that mustache. You look like the type of guy who would ask Chuck Blanchard to shit in your cup with that mustache.
Are you thinking that old white dairy cart band where it goes dun, 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 dun.
Oh, that stash, man.
Absolutely. Froggy
I'm telling you, man,
he would ride the Crambo.
With that mustache, you look like I said, one of those guys that be like sending like money to have Tessa Blanchard shit in a Ziploc for you. That's that mustache.
What the fuck?
Dear Jordan Grace, please send me your workout gear. So
Jessica could be a show by herself.
Yes, she could.
That bitch is nasty.
So,
Did you ever watch the video? Did you ever hear the video of her shitting?
No.
Oh,
Yeah, man, it's out there, man. It sounds like a wet deck of cards. I mean, she's like, she's literally like talking and shitting, literally like, oh, it's disgusting. And the guy wanted like he would have paid to have it shipped to him. That's how sad. That bitch is dirty. Dirty. She got paid to shit and fart. It's like gurgling with warm peanut butter.
It's the weird things people will pay for. The weird things people will pay for.
Hey, you know what? You should make a tumbler, a Tessa Blanchard shit in my cup right in the fucking front. And
all right, well, here he is, the man, the legend, the one and only.
Gene is going to do that on his OnlyFans. Gene is going to do that on his OnlyFans page.
Bitches. Hey, how's it going,
Hey, Pierce, how you doing, man?
What is good, man? What's going on, fellas?
You're missing the fun. We're talking about Tessa Blanchard shitting in a cup, and good stuff, man.
No, who gives a shit? Hey, Pierce,
that was proven to be bullshit, wasn't it?
Pierce, look at his mustache. Look at Josh's mustache. Look how horrible that looks.
Come on, put a close up on there. Come on, Josh. Come on, Josh. No, Josh, full screen. Let's go. Full screen.
My son has a thicker mustache, and he's 4. Oh, dude, that's a pedophile mustache.
I told you.
Are you not allowed around kids with that thing, or what?
Who had the thicker mustache? Josh or some of the rats that you had today?
Oh, I never had any rats with a mustache.
Okay.
Hey, that's not what DeVito told me, bro.
DeVito was always stoned. He don't know what he's talking about.
Big Vito as well, homie.
He don't remember. He was too busy looking at himself in the mirror.
Oh, man.
But Pierce, he wants to hear Tessa Blanchard shit in a cup. So we found the video one time. So
no, that turned out to be bullshit. I heard
it was shit.
No, it was like it's not true. It's not true about her.
It wasn't wasn't bullshit. It was Blanchett.
The recording that Kevin played for us. That's not her shitting.
I don't know. Like I read somewhere that it wasn't true, but like, dude, that's some crazy shit though.
Literally.
So what are we talking about, fellas?
Well,
besides women shitting
and his mustache,
we were actually just bullshitting, just finishing up the tournament.
This round of the tournament, yeah.
Right on.
Piers, you were watching. So any of these that you felt went a different way, and I'll recap the list just to get your opinion since we got you here and your wrestling knowledge. R-Truth versus Edge. R-Truth winning. Agree or disagree?
Well, it depends on the booker, but I'd have to say disagree, man. You got Edge, a multi-time world champion, R-Truth. Like, it depends on what stage of their careers. R-Truth in TNA, NWA, it's a competitive match. In WWE, it's, it's like Orton versus R-Truth the other week.
I mean, I agree.
He's only picking him because he's white.
Oh, no, sir.
So next one,
Glover.
Adam Cole versus Booker T.
I love that word.
Adam Cole versus Booker T.
Here we go. Watch.
I'd say Booker T.
Oh, here
unless,
we go.
Unless Adam Cole does some heel shit. You know what I mean? Like that.
What? Yell at him?
Push over his microphone or some shit, man. No, I'd say Booker.
Throw a cup of water.
So this was one that was surprising. Omega versus McIntyre. McIntyre won.
Yeah, McIntyre would fucking squash that little fly. He'd spank him with some Canadian bacon.
Triple H versus Marty Scurll.
Skrull, not Squirrel.
Triple H would squash him like he is a mid-carder from the early 2000s.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
John Moxley versus Will Ospreay, and John Moxley was the one who won.
John Moxley versus Will Ospreay. Yeah, I'd have to go Mox.
Yep.
Reed,
And
Butch
Ospreay will
Reed,
cry about it for 2 weeks. So
Yeah.
Butch Reed versus Kevin Owens.
Kevin Owens.
Butch Reed won that one.
Fair
Ron
enough.
Simmons versus Jericho.
Jericho.
And then this was
why didn't
the
you come in sooner? Why didn't you come in sooner?
I was doing dad duty, bro.
Oh,
So Kingpin had the sole vote on this last one, and it's the only reason he won. It was Pentagon versus Naito.
otherwise known as Naito.
That's a hard one. I'd have to say Penta.
Yep.
That's what Angel
Just
said.
because
what
I'm
we
a
got.
huge mark for Pentagon, you know.
Yep.
I love to see that last
Yeah,
one.
because with you dealing with Angel Pierce, you have Cero Miedo. Correct?
I love to see that last match in real life, though. That thing was good.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely.
No, absolutely. I think Pentagon Jr. is, if his English can get better, he could definitely be a big star in WWE and even AEW. But his English, like he's pretty much taught himself English, and his English isn't bad. But like, if you're going to put him as your main eventer in a
He needs
major
to be like
promotion,
Roman.
In English.
he needs to be able to be,
Yeah, it's like broken English.
yeah. It's
So-
like Andrade. Andrade, that's probably his biggest downfall, and is his English.
Yeah.
And that's probably why they got Zelina Vega with him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Agreed.
The good mouth, the competent mouthpiece going with the wrestler that has all the technical skills, but just missing one thing, which is the ability to talk.
That's the thing, man. Like I understand like WWE and a lot of the promotions they want to get, international markets, and that's great, but they have to be able to deliver. Like, there's more countries in the world that speak English that are following the WWE and AEW that they need to have someone who can articulate in that language.
That's why I think they tagged Shinsuke.
But sorry, what was that?
That's why I think they tagged Shinsuke.
Yeah, I mean Shinsuke can talk English, but and I don't think it's about him not talking English well. I think it's his accent,
Right.
which really hinders it. And it's kind of like the Great Khali. Great Khali can speak English, but when you hear him talking that thick Indian accent and being so big in that really deep voice, it's like it's hard to understand. It's hard to understand.
Yeah.
It is.
So, I mean, we were about to close out. Would y'all like to put your Wrestling with Tragedy, one of the greatest podcasts there is, only second to us, but
Yeah, Pierce,
No,
I'm
no,
tired
no.
of talking.
No. Go ahead. One of the best podcasts out there right now, Wrestling with Tragedy, with these two fine gentlemen. Go ahead.
Yeah, well, shit. I think Gene got the shits with that comment and left. Well, fuck you, you little Canadian prick. No, I think well, Wrestling with Tragedy, where here he is, the Emerson.
There, I was here.
I definitely think that with us with Wrestling with Tragedy, we've definitely come a long way. We're 17 episodes in. We're now on the Vince Russo network. Angel just finished up doing a podcast with Bin Hameen, one of the main guys over at the Russo network. Myself, I'm going to be doing a podcast later tonight with one of the guys as well, associated with, or tomorrow morning for you guys, with some guys from the Russo network. So it's going to be it's a great thing that we're on this road with. We're getting a lot of support from these guys. A lot of the viewers, our viewing numbers are going up and up. A lot of great feedback are coming in from the guys. We're looking at really branching out, putting on podcasting platforms and other sort of network ways as well, just to get the name out of it, name out there. And it's really come a long way, and I knew it had the legs to go as far as where it's gone, but I just didn't think it was going to come this quickly. Much like Angel in the bedroom, it's been happening really quick.
because I'm just I'm like a 1-round heavyweight fight. All I need is just one hit, and I'll knock him out. But let me explain to you, Pierce. You don't get personal text messages from Stevie Richards saying thanks, brother, for being on my show. You get messages from Crocodile Dundee and the Irwin family about the koalas.
Hey man, don't you talk shit about the the koalas, man. They're beautiful creatures unless they become drop bears.
No, but seriously,
koalas are kind of like Josh. They're just stoned 24/7. You know what I mean? Like, everyone loves a koala. Like, everyone loves Josh.
No, but seriously, definitely. I mean, you guys,
life's better.
Shut your mustache. I wanted to say I really appreciate you guys having me on the show. I really appreciate you guys supporting Wrestling with Tragedy. Like I said, is the hottest show out there right now. I mean, of course, Paradigm Shift is a close second, but But the thing is that I'm proud to be
shooting the shit is
co-host with Pierce.
Well, I was going to mention that then, Kevin Pierce. I was going to mention that as well. So.
And that's, I mean, like I said, it's moving real fast. It's just moving fast, and it's just hard to take it all in since it's just blown up so fast. So it just be expecting for a lot of more shit happening.
Absolutely.
And that's the thing, like the three of us to be able to come together like that we have in this, and Angel and Kevin are two of my best friends in the world, and for us to be able to be doing this show and then to be able to connect straight away and have that chemistry with the three of us and be able to sort of have that banter back and forth and have these difference of opinions and these discussions, we're really able to sort of get all of our points across, and it's an amazing project to be a part of. I'm having a lot of fun with it, and it's just, who knows where the future is going to take it. The future's looking bright for us.
We feel you there. I mean, that's exactly how this kind of came together. We're three guys that didn't know each other at all before this show started. I found these two guys in the boiler room, and I knew Will from an XFL podcast.
That's some gay ass shit. What kind of boiler room you guys been hanging out with?
At Patterson's Cream Team.
And we just connected, and it worked. And we connected over our love of this thing called wrestling. And now, agree. Same thing. These three guys and Brandon too are some of my best friends. So.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Like, we started Wrestling with Tragedy. How I just reached out to Angel and asked him to come on my show for an interview. And when you're talking to these wrestlers, a lot of the time, even though I'm used to sort of talking to these guys, there's always that one part of me is like, oh, what if they're like their character? And I'm messaging with this guy before we had him on my show, and I'm like, man, I hope he's like a cool, fun dude, because he seems like a real intense motherfucker from back in the day. And it's like the Kingpin character compared to like the Kingpin, like to Angel Medina, is like completely far different. Angel is like
raised it up slowly.
Angel's a great guy, and also Kevin as well. So these two guys come from a wealth of knowledge in the wrestling business and the policing business as well. So we're able to sort of, what the fuck is that?
That's Josh's mustache.
See what I put up with, guys? I put up with this shit every fucking week.
That is Josh's mustache. Whoa! You never heard that cartoon commentary?
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Oh, what the thing?
Oh yeah.
Funny what a curtain he did, right? Crumble.
Yes. Being on the show, Piers, we greatly appreciate the special guests and surprise visit. Y'all are both welcome anytime to have you on.
When does it? Piers, tell us when does Wrestling with Tragedy drop?
Who you got coming on Shooting the Shit?
Okay, so first question is Wrestling with Tragedy drops every Monday on the Vince Russo Network on YouTube. We are in talks to put it on the Vince Russo brand website as well as a couple of their other platforms. So stay tuned for that. We are going to be putting it on podcasting platforms as well. Shooting the Shit Uncensored. I've got a couple of really exciting guests coming up. I've got Barry Horowitz for all wrestling fans from the early 90s will know who he is.
Yes.
I thought he was dead.
Fuck you. I've also it's an inside joke. I've also got Sonny Beach, who was a UWF wrestler. Yep. So Sonny Beach was part of the tag team.
I know Sonny Beach.
Yeah. So
Yes.
also got Ryan Hogan as well, who was another well-known guy back in those days. So, you know, I'm going retro and old school. I'm also going to be getting TJ Perkins back in for round 2. So me, him, and Kevin are going to be sitting down and shooting the shit and talking about wrestling and stuff in general. I've even got a current WWE champion I am currently in talks with.
What?
Wow.
No.
Jealous of
Stay
the
tuned.
interviews you get, Piers. Jealous.
Absolutely.
It's hard work, man. It's
You know
like
what?
having-
Hold on a second.
The amount of messages I send out on a weekly basis.
it's
If
a numbers
you-
game, bro. You gotta keep doing it.
No, if you're really a journalist, Pearsall, I have a challenge for you. Try to get a legend from the past, Eric Embry. If you could get Eric Embry on your show, that would be awesome. Now you're gonna say who's Eric Embry?
No, I know who Eric Embry is.
All right,
I
man.
know
Eric
Eric Embry.
He was
Yeah.
one of the hottest heels back in the days, man. Iceman King Parson, Jeff Jarrett, all those guys. I think nobody has interviewed him. That's a challenge.
Challenge accepted.
All right, find him. Hopefully he's not dead.
Oh,
Yeah. Well, put it this way: one person I'm trying to get will take everyone back to the 80s. And if I get this individual, this female wrestler, then it'll be
Wendy Rickner. That's the only female I know from the 80s, except Cyndi Lauper.
Leilani Kai. There was Leilani
Yeah.
Kai. There was Velvet McIntyre.
no. It's Wendy Richter. I'm
Oh, okay,
I've been
yeah,
speaking with
yeah.
her, so I'm trying to organize some times and dates.
Well, thanks, Lord Alfred Hayes, for giving us the hit. Not you, Pierce. Lord Alfred Hayes for like, oh, we got Carla Kai, we got, you know.
There's a
Don't be a
reason.
prick.
There's a reason they call me what, Gene? What do they call me?
The professor.
That's right.
The professor. Okay.
I am the professor. Still the highest score. Pierce,
again-
correct them if I'm wrong. The highest score ever on 2020 wrestling. 87 points.
If you say so,
Yeah.
I'm trying to remember. I'm trying to remember.
They've done 30 episodes by now, man.
We just had our 30th episode, man. So I'm
Did you
trying
read? Did you read that?
Wow.
What?
Dang.
You mean he wasn't a heel before?
No, but apparently they brought him back. He returns on August 12th.
I've been waiting for that though.
That was today. Yeah.
That was tonight. He returned. Yeah.
Wow. I've been waiting.
That's awesome. Well, again, we greatly appreciate y'all coming on. Just to recap, please like, follow, share the video, like and follow us on Facebook for a chance to enter our giveaway for the Pro Wrestling Tees gift card. Also subscribe on YouTube and keep.
Don't sound too excited, Josh.
You can do this if you win the $50 gift card. You can buy some NWA shirts, right, Pierce?
Well, you know what? We do have a special promotion going on, giveaway going on at the moment. So the next 25 people to buy a shirt will go in the draw to win a $50 Amazon gift card and another MWA shirt of their choice. You can enter as many times as you like. All you got to do is buy more shirts. And we've got our next lot of designs coming up pretty soon as well, guys. So
Mic drop.
go buy a shirt. Boom.
See all the giveaways. All the giveaways.
Yep.
You just had the fans make this face. Really? Damn.
Also, Keep an eye out for September 2nd when we will be having New Scott on the show, as well as our new time slot at 9 p.m. Central, 10 Eastern. We again want to say thank you to our guest, Angel Kingpin Medina, as well as Piers Austin. We thank you guys for being on the show. We thank all the fans for joining us, and we appreciate y'all. Join us next week for round 3 of the Aces of 8's tournament. We are coming to the close of this tournament. You won't want to miss these next 2 episodes.
Absolutely. You don't know if Josh is going to have his mustache or not.
Will Josh be sober? No.
All
right, guys, you have a good night.
Sober is someone I don't want to know.
Budgie smuggler.
Yep.